providing. No, hear me out. I'm saying that unless you are for the motion that they should have a certain attire for university students. But I'm saying that, for instance, if you are wearing this smock, okay, it's always big. I understand. So this one is decent, and this is who we are as a people. But assuming a lady is wearing a short skirt, you decide to wear a skirt from whom, it is your decision. However, whether or not it is short or otherwise, should be something that the school has put in place. So the school tells you that as a lady, your skirt should maybe be a bit above the knee. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But to say that you are prescribing a uniform or an attire for them just as we have at the senior high school or junior high school level, that is what I am not in support of.
What is wrong with that?
That's my position. That's my position.
When you
so
you in the white shirt,
are you not being trained?
Black tie, what do you
He's
do?
I get it. He's in the law school, that's why he sees it that way.
Trained as an administrator?
Me, I agree with you.
So is there
are you not being trained as a finance person, as a professional?
And
yes.
What attire do these people wear?
Even when
what prescribed attire do they wear? You are a law student, that's why you find it easy to talk about this way.
Even at the university, your parents, some of them, their parents are taking care of them. You don't want them to tell you what to wear.
Oh no. I don't support that.
They say they are matured.
I don't support that.
Matured.
Even when you
matured at 18, you can't even buy a pen. You are telling me you are matured.
But 18 years, I'm still under your care.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
But maturity in Ghana starts from within the confines of the law. It's 18 years plus.
That brofo, I don't understand. You can't even buy a pen for yourself.
That is what the law recognizes.
Yeah, you are matured, you can vote.
That is what the law recognizes.
But I will still decide how you live in my house. And I also decide how you operate in my
school.
So
you see, it speaks to one thing. It speaks to the kind of training the kid has had from home even before going to the university. But I'm just saying that Doc is a student of law, so they wear the black and white. Theirs is prescribed. That's what you wear to court. So you find it expedient to talk about it this way.
And you claim is you're a big boy or a big girl, and you are working. Some companies prescribe what you should wear.
Of course,
my brother.
When I worked at the bank,
we will not
so you are telling me at the university you tell me that wear black trouser and a white top and a bow tie or a flying tie. I don't agree to this.
Yes.
No, you can't give any. They've given you enough Lacoste. Wear them. Thursday do a company a cloth or something, and you say you are what? You are a big man or a big girl, so you know where.
That's not for you.
Please
stay in your house.
I still don't.
You are being trained. The university is a training grounds. Media, I support it.
But of course, it's a training ground. That's why they have to let you know how decent you must do. Decency, we understand,
I will
but not what to wear from whom.
And I will support it any other day, Kwame.
You can't tell me that you want university authorities. You want university authorities like you want university authorities to prescribe to university students that you should wear black and white and maybe
your breast is showing.
Those things we are all against. Yes, we are all against them, Kwame.
Now the fact that I said you should wear something above your knees or that doesn't mean you should go and give me some skinny things.
Some skinny.
Because I will show you what
so
to wear.
that is why there should be standards.
Yes, that's
you
why
will not tell you not tell me what to wear from home. You can give me. You can prescribe. You can hold me. You can hold me.
You might have sent me.
Wear flag.
I know what the message. I know what the message is. It goes to Doc.
The ladies who dress like that too, them no fine.
You too.
You must say the ladies who dress.
That's another thing too. That's another thing. Kwame, attention seekers. They are not fine, so they are seeking.
You is my graphics man. I don't see the ladies. I don't.
Like he's saying. A noble profession like the law.
Yeah. That is you guys. Yours is specified right from the work, right from the get go. Yours is specified. Yours is specified already. So
even with the black and white, ask anybody that is attending Ghana School of Law. The black and white, the shirt, they are telling you what to wear. Socks.
But of
you
course.
Can't wear, like the registrar will say, you can't wear any House of Folk socks. You know the House of Folk socks.
Rainbow socks.
Yeah. Then colors, red, blue. Every day, you have to wear black socks.
Yeah, we get it.
Yes.
So I'm saying that.
So that you will look sharp.
I'm saying
my brother.
You should look sharp. Yes. So you should look decent, but not to tell me there's specific attire to wear. No, at university. What are you talking about?
What do you want to wear? What do you want to wear?
Something decent.
Which one is the
Simpliciter.
Okay.
By your standard.
So you want to wear
by
what?
the school authority standard.
So that's what I'm saying. You want to wear what?
No, tell me what to wear in terms of the standard. Don't tell me the main attire to wear from home. That I don't subscribe to it.
You have a problem if the school tells you wear white shirts.
So for instance, wear a white
or wear a black trouser.
Yes, that kind of thing. No. I'm mature enough to decide on what shirt. So, for instance, you see, these companies that Doc spoke about, these companies have their own specification in terms of the attire to wear. The companies will not tell you that from Monday to Friday, you should wear this attire. They have specific days, which is why you said that there are some companies that will tell you
specific days for you to conform.
Exactly. I get it. I'm saying that they don't tell you to wear those attires from Monday to Friday. Why? Because they know that at that stage, you're also mature enough to take decisions for yourself. So they will not take decisions wholly for you.
No.
So you are telling me that name one company in Ghana that tells them, apart from say maybe those who work within specific organizations, like for instance, the cabin crew and all of those people, they have specific attire. Apart from those companies, name one company in Ghana that tells you that from Monday to Friday wear this specific attire. Huh? Just name one. It's not about hair.
Almost all the banks.
Those things, the banks need their Kwame. They are there. You don't get what I'm saying.
All the banks.
So, for instance, Kwame.
So what are you saying?
They are
on
specific.
Monday to Thursday, when I worked at the bank,
They are
on Monday
specific.
to Thursday, I wore suits.
Yes.
Kwame.
And on Friday, I wore the bank's prescribed
Kwame.
African wear
Kwame.
or Lacoste.
Kwame, I understand that
CMG.
they are
CMG, you know that.
Kwame, like I would advance.
Sounds good.
This is not CMG prescribed.
No, we don't have
It's the CMG style that I want
for us.
It's a CMG style that I want. You
When
see,
I joined CMG,
Kwame,
I was given some materials.
hey,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Senior high school.
And
They gave me the
I was
prospect.
excited.
They gave me
because
the
the company wants me to look sharp.
Exactly,
Because you are the brand of
Yeah,
an
the brand
organization.
and the face of the company.
Kwame.
And good morning to KKD wherever. you are.
Exactly.
Kwame.
Ube suit.
Yes.
Kwame.
And KKD will tell you
The
that
image of the brand is very
you
important.
cannot wear shirt.
Money should present
That was shirt. Don't
wash
want
Lacoste.
we be with
Of
shirt.
course, we be
It
with
won't happen.
shirts. Money should
Kwame,
present
of course,
it
I
won't
understand.
happen
I
in
understand that
Nice
you must appear in a
And they
certain
conform.
way.
There were people who said they had never worn a suit in their life
And they
before.
were
Months after KKD existed, they are still
Someone
wearing
like
suits.
you. Someone like you.
Me Modi.
But Kwame, before we leave, I know you are going to do what's the name?
A piece of my mind.
You know our guest is here. The one going to talk about.
So today is packed actually.
The packed. You know the hacking issues.
Oh yes.
Those, if your video leak and all those things, the man is going to teach us something.
I
So
only-
your
I only-
listeners or your
I
viewers,
will do the video for you to leak.
your listeners and your viewers should be ready for this conversation, man. So we are telling them to call other people.
It's very important.
Very important.
You know,
discussion. They
Kwame,
shouldn't go.
you know that I don't know if you've experienced this before. When your phone or your IT gadget gets hacked, what do you do immediately? What do you do?
The
Do
man is
you
going
know
to
what
talk
to
about
do?
it. I met him.
There are a lot of
on
people
the
who do not know what to do.
So today we are having that education, and then the other topic or the other issue we'd also be looking at is the various political groupings in the various tertiary institutions. How do these groupings or these groups shape up these individuals who belong to them, their national political aspirations?
Oh, but there's one here. He's
He's
okay.
here.
It's okay.
He's
It's okay.
What are you saying?
I said
talking.
there's one
He's the one
here.
talking.
I didn't say there's one in the studio.
Who's the one?
I
Is
said
Kwame
there's
not
one
talking?
here. But I didn't
I
say
know
there's
this person
one
is-
in the
hey,
studio.
Ekutia ni mira.
What are you saying?
My goodness. I only said there's one here. I didn't say there's one in the studio. Oh! Ewo. We'll be getting into these very, very interesting topics in the course of the program. But let me just take the opportunity to celebrate some wonderful people as well as we get into the birthday celebrations. If today happens to be your birthday, or if you know someone who is celebrating his or her birthday today, let's do this together. them a happy birthday. Professor Christopher Ameya-Kumfi is celebrating birthday number 81. Yes, birthday number 81 today for our former Minister of Railway, Professor Christopher Ameya-Kumfi, former Member of Parliament for Techima North as well. He's celebrating birthday number 81 today. Happy birthday to him wherever he is this morning. Today also happens to be the birthday of my brother Collins Uswamankwa, the former Member of Parliament for Menchia North. He was born on this day in 1980. Yeah, 1980 Collins was born, so he's celebrating birthday number 46 today. And today also happens to be the birthday for the Member of Parliament for Cape Coast South, the Honorable Kweku George Ricketts Hagen. He was born on this day in 1963, so he's celebrating birthday number 63 today. All of my love. He's Deputy Majority Leader, Finance Minister as well. Keep your messages coming on our WhatsApp platforms and then on our social media handles as well. We're streaming live on Facebook. Remember, the number to reach us is 0500,202, or on Facebook, we're streaming live there. Look out for us, Class 913, and give us a comment, give us a like, give us a share, and give us a watch.
30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana, and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead, because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
You're still live on Class 91.3 FM. You're still live here on Class 91.3 FM. This is A Piece of My Mind, which is a segment of the program where I share my thoughts on a subject and also giving you an opportunity for you to do same as well. Remember, you can reach us via multiple ways. Our WhatsApp number remains same, 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Alternatively, you can reach us on our social media handles. We're streaming live on Facebook. Look out for us on Class 913. Give us a comment, give us a like, give us a share, and give us a watch. We would appreciate you doing all of that and sharing those very, very passionate thoughts with us. Remember, the number again is 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. This morning, I'm going to be focusing on the Saglemi housing projects. My brother Nano Tudaku and myself have been going on and on and on about this in the last year and a half with very, very little response. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has been to the facility in the last 24 hours. But before I share my thoughts on the housing project, let's have a listen to what President John Dramani Mahama had to say on his visit to the facility.
What has been said, you can see the beautiful montage behind me. This is how it's going to look when you come back at the end of next year. As the developer said, 700 units by March next year will be able to commission, and another 1,000, actually total of 1,500 by end of next year, by December next year. This was a vision that was started by Professor Atta Mills, and I came and continued it. Unfortunately, when government changed hands, there were some issues, legal issues, and the new government said they wanted to investigate, and so in the meantime, the project stalled. Now, the unfortunate thing that happened was, looters came in and stole everything, the cables, the wash basins, the baths, all the fittings, electricals, bulbs. They even took the telecom cables from underground and pulled them away and took them. And so they just left an empty shell. And eventually, the government agreed that the private sector should partner to finish it, and LMI were choosing to do it. You can see what it's going to look like when this place is finished. It's going to be a very conducive housing estates for occupation.
That was His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama there on his visit to Saglemi, and he had a few other things to say as well. But those were the key things that are of my interest this morning as I come your way with a piece of my mind. And just in case you are listening to us for the very first time, there's a segment of the show where we speak about issues of national interest. It's our own editorial. We speak of issues of national interest and also giving you an opportunity. But today being Friday as well, we tie that in with Community Watch. If there's a particular challenge in your locality that you want addressed, we would give you the platform to put it in here. We'll do our best to follow suit with that, and then of course the authorities would hopefully also pay attention and take these issues from there. There are a number of things that His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama did say that I'm sure has caught your attention as you were listening to the tape. The fact that this facility has been constructed. We got $200 million to do the first 1,500 units. By 2016, this was done. 10 years down the line, there's no single occupants. The fact that this building went through all kinds of litigations under 8 years under the previous administration, what a bloody waste of everybody's time. And the fact that this same facility, if anyone has been there for God knows how long, when you get there, you would see security people who are manning the place. So you can't just walk into Saglemi just there like that. Unless, of course, if you're a journalist like myself, we always have our way of finding our way to places like that. Security people are there. But His Excellency the President is telling us that practically everything there has been stolen, apart from the physical structure that you see there. And I'm asking myself, is this not a shame? Is this not a dent on all of us? I always ask myself a very simple question. These people that we vote for, with the greatest of respect, these politicians that we vote for, if they were running the economy, if they were running the country with their private funds, is that how they're going to be running this country? We took a loan of up to $200 million, spent it on a facility because of a housing deficit, so that as many families could live there and have some peace of mind. All of these struggles with rent and owning a facility and all of that has been discussed here. This morning there was a story on a deal between the state housing company and that of APSA. It is almost impossible, if you are earning a certain kind of wage, to own your own building in this country. Even if you have a relatively decent job, constructing a house, and that is why in Ghana there is a very funny joke that we construct houses. By the time we begin to enjoy the houses, we die and pass it on. Because in Ghana, people spend 20 years to build a house, 15 years to build a house. Because either you're not earning enough to qualify for a mortgage, or you are doing some galamsey, you get some money from somewhere, you buy one bag of cement, the next day you buy one bag of sand. Before you realize, you have spent about 10 years or 15 years. You are moving into that property at 50 or 55. Now we're cussing. By 60, 65, 70, some are gone. I've heard stories of people who have moved into their new homes after retirements, and after a few years they were gone, after spending about 20, 30 years. So it's almost impossible for a certain kind of person in Ghana to own a land. Now, when we have spent $200 million of your blood, your sweat, and your tears, because these funds would have been incurred in your name. You are Ghanaian, so these funds are incurred in your name. And how do you pay back? You pay back through your taxes. And yet, when we collected this $200 million from what's the name of that Swiss bank again? Credit Suisse. This is how we have wasted the money. For 10 years, there has not been a single occupant. And the people who were supposedly guarding the facility too, they just sat there and allowed all of these things to be stolen. So you ask yourself that if these were the private facilities of the people who are running the affairs of the state, would they ensure that people steal practically everything in there and leave only the shell, like the president has said? Would that have happened? We have spent money buying these closets. How is it that people even dig the underground cables? And if you are familiar with Saglemi, it is not a facility that is walled. If you are driving by the side of the road, you can even see the facility. So the security people who are manning the place, somebody who is digging the cables from underground, he cannot hide and do this. People saw them. People have come to steal the bathtubs, the sinks, and all of that. You can't put the bathtubs and the sinks in your pockets if you are leaving the facility. You put it somewhere. If you are carrying it, somebody would see you. The security that were there, were they sleeping on the job? So now we need more money, which is something the president did not say. Because in order for people to move in, he said that 700 will be moving in. And then at some point next year, about 1,500 will be done. What the president did not say is how much it is going to cost us again. You see the joke of the politician. And here I'm not making reference to His Excellency. You see how they have cost us over the last 10 years. Now we are going to find money again to fix the same problem. When the facility was ready by 2016 and people had to move in, when we had the new administration, Ananana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, then Minister of Works and Housing at the time, Samuel Atachia, told us that there were a lot of issues with the building. For 8 years, we never managed to put finality to this. For 8 long years, we never managed to put finality to this. Until the last 6 months, when I interviewed the new Minister for Works and Housing, Kojo Opon-Nkrumah, who then told us that 6 companies had been shortlisted. Well, from what we gather, it was another conversation altogether. 6 companies had been shortlisted to take over the running and the management, or whether it was going to be sold to them or something. Why do we do this to ourselves? Now we have to find money. I don't know how much. That money that could have gone into the construction of a school. That money that could have provided healthcare for people. That money that could pay for the stipends of teachers. That money that could pay for nurses. That money that could pay for training and research. The Minister of Health talked about that. That money that could have done so many other things. Now we have to sink money again into that same project and put it in a position where it can be habitable. Sometimes, just sometimes, and in the quiet of our homes, all of us say this: the black man, there's something wrong with us. I tell you, there's something wrong with us. This nonsense will not happen in any serious country where they are taking a loan to build a facility. allow the facility to go waste, literally deteriorates, and that same facility, now we need money to go and fix that same facility. I grow away in this way. Well, you're still live here on Class 91.3 FM. Unfortunately, we cannot take calls this morning. We have a bit of a challenge with our phone lines. Unfortunately, we have a bit of challenge with our phone lines this morning. But you can always send us a message on our Facebook platform. Look out for us on Class 913, Class 913. Give us a comment, give us a like, give us a share, and give us a watch. And we would appreciate that. So you can send your comments on the issues that we've raised here this morning on our Facebook platform, Class 913. Look out for us and share those very strong thoughts with us. This morning, we have two issues on our plate that we're going to be discussing. We're going to be discussing issues to do with hacking concerns, leaked videos, and all of those things. We have an expert in the space. He's a system and network engineer and a server administrator as well. He's a powerful man. I remember in those days when we finished high school, there was, I don't know how old my brother is, but when we finished high school, around, no, not high school, JSS, junior high school rather. I was living in North Kanishia at the time, and then there was an Obroni there. I think he was half Ghanaian, half Obroni, like that. And he set up a school where the Promasidor building is. He set up a school there. His name was Kwame Dwomoh-Agyemang. I remember very well. And one of the things that I remember, I used to hear young people in the area say is that, so it forced all of us to go for computer classes. Yeah. In those days, these days, you this generation there, you've had everything for free. In those days, we had to go and sit and be taught word, type A, B, C, D, and all of these things. Today,
those were the days. My what do you call it? CorelDRAW came in, and you have
Charlie, and we'll go for the class around that building. I think is now being used by MTN.
Yes. I think opposite Promasidor.
That's right, that building. And you go there and the queue of junior high school graduates, we're moving into that space.
Yeah.
This is 30 years ago, 96.
Yes,
yeah,
I remember. I can say that I'm one of the people that started using CorelDRAW at that early stage. I was taught by one reverend minister those days.
Oh, okay. Charlie, you go there and Charlie, the things the guy was doing, we had no idea. We found a way to survive. This morning, I do have Roland Jan Kwafu Jr. In the studio with us, and we're going to be discussing some of these everyday concerns that come up concerning leaked videos, hacking concerns, cybersecurity laws, and how to stop or block leaked videos and all of that. Because every now and then you hear people saying, "My phone has been hacked." How did the person have access to my phone? How did the person know my number? I have heard stories on this platform where people say their money in their Momo has disappeared, and they didn't initiate anything. Somebody sent them something, and sometimes just out of curiosity or something, they try to go through a process. Last week, someone almost slaughtered me. Someone who had apparently hacked onto my high school platform and had sent me a code. And this person called me, and I mean, look at the number of students who graduate from high school in a year, so you can't recall everybody, and It's been a long time. This guy calls me and goes like, "Charlie, we have a meeting, because we're planning to go for old school reunion the next day at a cracker." So he sent me a code for a last minute meeting my year group was going to have before we go. But then something was not right with me. His voice was not familiar. I mean, I know as many of the voices of my year group, but this one, the voice did not sound. But he seemed to have so much information. People actually fell for it from my year group. People
so that's the social.
Your music
That's the social engineering aspect of the whole hacking system.
Charlie, and it's getting worrying and worrying. Let's start the conversation with the leaked videos. How does it work?
Okay, Kwame, let me greet your listeners and your viewers as well. Good morning, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Okay, with the leaked videos and intimate images and how it gets into the public or on our social media platforms, I always say that our biggest cybersecurity vulnerability may not be actually the device, but it may be you, the person that is handling the device. So it is important for us to have this conversation this morning so that people can be more educated, be aware of how they handle their devices. Mostly, people do record themselves out of, I don't know whether excitement of being loved by someone or having an intimate, relationship with someone. So they feel like one way or the other sharing such nude videos or sharing that intimate images proves their loves to the person. Mostly such things are wrong. And I see no reason why you have to record yourself when you are having such an intimate time with somebody. And sometimes too, people chance upon some of these nudes and they try to manipulate and also blackmail those people they see in those videos. You understand? And the other times too, people do take their devices to repairers, either phone repairers or laptop repairers, technicians, and whilst they go through instead of them repairing their device, they sometimes go beyond and be searching for the person images or going to the person gallery, and they chance upon some of these things, and they either forward it to somebody trying to extort money from the owner, you understand, or they just put it on social media platforms or share it around just to create certain excitement in the atmosphere. So these are some of the things that makes those videos get leaked.
I've heard people say, I don't know how it leaked. Somebody did whatever to my phone. Is there a possibility with the scenario that you've just cited? So I took my phone to a repairer. Instead of focusing, he looked through my videos, saw it, for whatever reason, he passed it on to the next person. That one, I get it. But there are people who say, I have not given my phone to anyone. My phone is always with me. Some way, somehow, footage or a video of my phone is all over the place. How can that happen?
Okay, so one thing that we must also understand is that in as much as technology is helping us in our everyday life, it is not really safe like that. So if you realize, if you are setting up your phone or you buy a new device and you are setting it up,
you realize that at a point you will get a notification whether to allow access into your gallery or not to allow access into your gallery. I hope most,
seen that.
yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I say no.
Yeah. Okay, normally you say no. So those things can also happen. It's not to say that those social media platforms, or let's say the device inventors are the ones who share our nude pictures or videos around. Now, what happens also is that we have people who hack into our devices. You'll be there, especially when you receive some links. Those links are infected with malicious, what do you call it, viruses and what have you.
How did you get my number?
Yeah, it's there.
To send me the
Yeah,
message.
sometimes that is the work of these bad guys in the system. All that they do is that to harvest people's what do you call it, accounts or numbers or even passwords. So that's what they do. That for them, that is what they do. They hack into people's devices and they hack into systems. So you'll be there. Somebody will send you a link, as you rightly said from the beginning of the conversation. You click on that link, you get hacked. And sometimes too, as I said early on, they use these social engineering processes where they can talk to you, tell you some stuffs for you to believe that whatever they are saying is true. Then from there they can ask you, okay, can you share your password with me? You share the password, they get opportunity into your device, and whatever they will see there, they start sharing, or maybe still something that belongs to you, maybe money or what have you. So these are some of the things that happens.
How can someone you probably do not know, have never met,
Yeah.
have access to one? They've done whatever the hacking process is. I'm going to ask you to kindly explain that to us as well.
Yeah.
And you are offering your PIN.
Yes, that's social engineering. They try as much as possible to convince you to believe that whatever they are saying is true, or to convince you to believe that, okay, I am Roland, so I call you, whatever I say, whatever I tell you,
I work with
your
service
blah
provider.
blah 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 blah. Then you believe, like let's say for instance, MTN, Momo fraud, the Momo fraud that is in the system now. So the person calls you, oh, I am a representative from MTN. Maybe we have detected that your PIN has been hacked. So he is the hacker, but he's telling you that somebody has hacked your PIN. So sometimes out of anxiety, the person will say, so we need your right PIN so that we can stop the hacking. Then out of anxiety, the person that has been called will just give the hacker the code or maybe the PIN. Then they get access to your phone or to your account. Then they go on. So basically, most of the things that they do, apart from infecting your device with malicious or ransomwares and other things, they really work on the social engineering aspect too.
How do you know, for example, let's say I woke up this morning and I see that a number I'm not familiar with has sent me a message. How do I know that if I possibly click on something that has been sent to me, it could be the beginning of all of these troubles?
Okay, that is why you need not to be in a hurry to click on any links that you are not familiar with. So hopefully we do have sites that check all some of these links. So normally when a link is sent to you, you can go online, where you can even put it on Google. Then you ask Google to check whether the link is appropriate or is not appropriate. Now we have AI tools around that can help us to check some of these things. So if you have like ChatGPT or Cloud, you can even put it in there. Then you will check. They can check it for you whether the link is appropriate or is not appropriate. Then you can know. You, the individual, can know. But we shouldn't be clicking certain links out of curiosity, because these are the open doors that can help these hackers to have access to your device.
But some of these links look on the face of it, they look harmless. They look like normal links.
To you, the ordinary person, you may look at it and feel like it is harmless. But to me, an IT expert, I look at it and I can know, because of the experiences that I have. Yes. Yeah. That is why we are educating the public that any link that is sent to you, if you are not familiar with the person, or even if you are familiar with the person, don't be in a hurry to click it. You can contact an IT person to check it for you. And day in and day out, I have people who call me, send a link to me, and I check it for them. You understand? So if you are not familiar with it, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to say that, oh, let me check what is there. Some people, out of curiosity, they trying to check. So, and sometimes, as I said, because of my experience, I look at the URL. There's a way the URL, the formation of the URL.
What is URL for the benefit of my listeners?
Oh, no.
I may know, but not everybody may be familiar with these things.
Okay. So is a minute, please.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so just in case you're just tuning into Class 91.3 FM, we're having a conversation concerning, these issues with hacking concerns, these issues with leaked videos, cybersecurity laws, and all of that. So if you feel very strongly about this, you want to demonstrate something? Okay, all right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Roland, go ahead.
Yeah. So the URL is just the Uniform Resource Locator. That helps us on our internet. Sometimes the links that they send, you see, those are the Uniform Resource Locator to locate where to go and where not to go. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So I wake up and let's say every now and then I see them even on my group platforms. The ones that are sent to me personally, I don't even look at it. On the back of some of these things that my friends in the IT space have shared with me, so I don't look at it at all. But when it is posted in a group of 500 people, 600 people, 700 people, some may not necessarily have that understanding of the space.
Yeah.
And they see it, and once it's on a group platform which has been shared by possibly a member of the group as well, probably is not.
Yeah, so
let me just click
you have
and
to
see
ask
what
questions.
happens.
You are in the group. So the best thing to do is to ask questions to verify whether the link is authentic or is not authentic. There's no, you don't
The
need
person who shared the link rather doesn't know whether it's authentic.
So if you don't know, that is why I said that the best thing for you to do is to verify. Let somebody help you. If you really want to know what is in the link, because these are gateways for these bad guys for them to hack you. So the link is one of the things that you need not to be in a hurry to be clicking. Even if somebody sends you a WhatsApp link, you understand, you need not to be in a hurry to be clicking all those links. WhatsApp link in the sense that, some people have done their settings in a way that you cannot add them to WhatsApp groups. Okay. So they send a link to you. Oh, we've created an old school Uranium WhatsApp group or what have you. So please click on it and join the group and all that. So all those things you need to call. You see, you the user have the responsibility to make sure that you are safe. You are safe online. You understand? So you have a responsibility. You don't have to relegate that responsibility to a third party thinking that somebody will protect you. It doesn't work that way.
Some people, they just accept.
So the more you accept, the more you become vulnerable. You see, the more you accept some of these things, anytime you see a link, you click, your device become more vulnerable, and you yourself also become vulnerable, because when they have access to your device, then they start working on your psychology, your psyche, to get us to make you believe that whatever they are doing is true. And if you are rich like yourself, if you are rich, then they will get access to your banking apps, and they may have to withdraw some of your money or even all.
But if you get access to my banking app, you still need my PIN.
Yes. Yeah, they still need your PIN. That is why I said that they work on you. They work on your mindset for you to believe them that yes, whatever they are telling you is true. They can even present themselves as a rep from the bank. You understand? Okay. So the bank, like your relationship officer, trying to tell you that, oh, we have identified that somebody is trying to get access to your app, and maybe the bank is trying to update its apps or do something. Then please, we need your PIN so that we can help you and all that. So they work on your mindset. Then at the end of the day, they get the PIN and they will have access.
Again, for the benefit of my listeners and viewers, what does it mean when you hear somebody saying, my phone has been hacked?
Okay, it means that your phone has, there is an unauthorized access to your phone where you have not been given the permission. It's like being in a room and somebody just have access to your keys to your door, opens it and get access to your room and pick whatever the person wants to pick from it. So it's just like having an unauthorized access to your device. So that is basically the hacking.
Okay. So when you now notice on the back of the education that you've given to us,
Yeah.
that's okay. I hear people say my phone has been hacked. I don't know what to do. Someone has had access to my PIN. I don't remember giving my PIN to someone. I'm losing money. The money on my mobile money is going. Meanwhile, I've not gone to see any mobile money vendor to withdraw any money or like that.
Yeah.
In those kind of panic situations, what do I do?
Okay, you don't have to panic. Now, luckily and fortunately for us, there are things that you need to do to get yourself unhacked. So the first thing that you have to do, if you have to disconnect yourself from any internet connection, it can be Ethernet or it can be Wi-Fi. So when you disconnect, you have to first disconnect yourself.
The moment you notice.
Yes, immediately you notice, and you have to also off your Bluetooth on your phone or your device. Then the next thing too is that you have to use a trusted device to log out from all your accounts, either email account, WhatsApp account, whichever account that you have created on your device. You have to make sure that you use another trusted device and you log yourself out from that very account. One thing that people take for granted, and I keep on hammering on it, is the what do you call it? What we say, the 2FA. That is your two-factor authentication. Most people do not do this.
They don't know.
They don't. Yeah.
If
Yes.
we know, we would have
Okay.
done it.
So the two-factor authentication gives it what I say, buttress your security online and on your devices. You understand? So if you look at some of these social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, they always say that you need to activate your two-factor authentication so that if the hackers want to have access to your device, they will not have it easy to have that access.
Okay.
So people should take note of this, that they should be mindful that anytime you go onto your social media platform, you need to put on this two-factor authentication, which can help you and also secure your emails, your banking apps, and also your social media and other accounts that I said.
Can you share them with us?
The two-factor of
Yes.
things. Oh, that one we need to go through. We need to have a practical experience
Oh, okay.
of it. So if
But
you don't mind,
if you can find a way to explain to us, or
the two-factor authentication.
I'm sure you're talking of a demonstration, like you have
Yes,
to demonstrate.
yeah,
But
so
is there any
if-
way you can run us through?
Oh
Something?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
At
you-
least the basics.
Yeah,
Yes.
the basics. So
Yeah.
let's take your WhatsApp. Let's use WhatsApp.
Okay.
So are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So on your WhatsApp, what I will say is that each of the platforms, the social media platforms,
Yes.
they have their own certain styles or their own certain panels for the two-factor authentication. But for today, we will look at the common one that easily gets hacked. That is the WhatsApp one. So on WhatsApp, you see on your WhatsApp, have you seen the located the three dots on your
Yeah,
extreme
on the
right?
corner like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you press, you can press on it.
Okay.
Then you go down. You go to settings.
Okay.
Now, when you go to settings, you go to account.
Okay.
Have you seen account?
Yes, I clicked on
So
that.
if under account, you realize login and security. You see, have you seen your login and security under account?
I'm seeing
So
log out.
no.
So when I clicked on
No,
accounts,
don't go down. See, when you click on account, after you see add account, then
login and security, I've seen
yes,
it.
login and security.
Yes, I've seen it.
You see passkeys.
Yes.
So these are some of the things you can do to protect your account. That is for WhatsApp. There are other this thing too on the other social media platforms.
Okay.
So let's go. We are doing the two-factor authentication. So come down. You see two-step verification.
Yes, I've seen it.
So you click on it.
Okay, I've clicked on it.
So when you click on it, you realize that mine is activated already. So you see that two-step verification. Beside it is some sort of an icon that
Like
when you
3
click on it,
stars. Or the 10 on.
they turn on.
I am seeing 10 on.
Yeah, turn on.
Okay, so I
So
should
it means
turn
that
on.
yours is not turn on.
Yes.
Kwame.
me these things. Charlie.
It means yours is not turn on.
No, I have never even gone here before.
So it means that if I want to hack you or the bad guys want to hack you, they can easily do that. And when they do that, they will rather go and turn on the two-factor verification.
This was there.
And make it appear to WhatsApp that they are the authentic owner of the account.
How does my grandmother know this?
So it's okay.
So I should turn on.
Yes, turn it on.
So I am turning on.
Mine is off. So
Okay.
I've turned mine off. When you realize that when you turn it on, then they will give you create a password to turn on two-step verification.
Yeah.
Have you
Create
seen
a
that?
6-digit pin.
Yeah.
That's
so
you can remember.
yes. So
Okay.
create it.
Okay, so I'm creating it.
So after creating, they will tell you
Confirm pin.
confirm pin. So let's do it together. Yours is 8 or 10.
I did 6.
Yours is 6.
A 6-digit pin.
Okay, so a 6, yeah. So sometimes you can have at least 8 characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was 6.
Okay,
So I did it. They're asking me to confirm the pin.
Yeah,
So I've
so-
confirmed the pin. So I should save.
Yes, so you save.
Okay.
So mine is already on, so I don't need to go through all those things.
Okay.
So when you save, then you are secured. Do you see what do you call it? Another layer where they ask you to add your email address.
Okay. Okay. My internet connection was not great, so they are telling me I couldn't set the pin, but I'll try it again.
Yeah.
I'll try it again.
Okay.
I'll try it again.
So another one too that we have to do is the password. So that one too, you can use the password for login and your two-step verification. So it's so easy to do. Some of these things is just so easy to do. So for WhatsApp, that is what we have to do to make sure that your account is secured. And sometimes
So now it's on. Two-step verification is on.
it's on. So since it's on,
Yes.
nobody can have access to your. Even if they have access, the only thing that they will do is that, like, let's say for instance, if you're in a group, they will tell you, oh, the group is doing this and blah 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 blah. They will try to work on your mind, and what they do is that afterwards they will ask you to send the pin to them, because for the two-factor verification, as I said, authentication, they will not have the access to. It's like you have your door and you have a burglar proof. So the two-factor authentication is like a burglar proof behind your door. So the person who have access can open your door, but since there's a burglar proof and you have locked it, they cannot even have access to your room.
Roland, I can tell you for free that if you line up people in this building,
Yeah,
maybe about 90% have not done this.
yeah, they need to do it. That is why
Nobody has ever
it-
told
it's
me
a-
about this.
Yes, it's a growing concern that I think that the cybersecurity authority should do more education on some of the. Well, I know they are doing well. I know they are educating people. I normally follow them and I see that they are educating people. That is why I said that if you holding the device, just holding the device doesn't. People don't just get your device hacked. If you are not if you are careless about it, you need to be responsible. If you really want to use your device, you have to be responsible and make sure that all these doors are closed to these bad guys.
If I have very little education, for example, and I just bought a phone, not too many people, like I said, may be familiar with these things. Is it up to the owner of the shop, for example, where I bought it to,
Yeah.
give me an understanding of something like this, or what do I do? Because
No.
I've been using a phone for
Oh,
25 years, and nobody has ever told me this.
Yeah. So the owner doesn't have to do that. That's not their job. So that's why we are there. That's why the cybersecurity. That's why the
How long it
government.
has taken me to meet you? So if I had not met you,
That is-
I didn't know that something like
exactly,
this existed.
exactly. I understand. I understand where you are coming from. But the truth of the matter is that wherever you bought the phone from, that they don't have that responsibility to
They
tell
probably
you.
don't even know.
Yes,
The
because
attendant doesn't even know.
exactly. Some
Yeah.
people, like, I am into laptop business. I sell gadgets as well.
Okay.
So the thing is that when you buy it, sometimes I go beyond, because I am an IT personnel as well. I go beyond just selling the laptop to you and getting your money. I do that on daily basis. If some of my customers are listening to me, they know that I go beyond it. I sometimes set up the device for you per your permission. If you give me the authority, I'll set it, and I make sure that whilst I'm setting it up, you are with me. Then you go through, and sometimes I give the device to the people, then I direct them how to set some of these things up. So this is to say that a lot of people are even in the same business, they don't know how to even do some of this setup. So sometimes they can employ a technician to do the setup. So when you go and you buy, and if you are not familiar with some of this, you can tell them, oh, I need somebody to set it up for me. But for now, I know that we have a lot of these IT guys around. If you buy the phone and you feel like you want to be safe online, you want to be safe, you don't want somebody to hack your phone, you can call an IT person who you trust. Then the person will just set it up for you, and even allow sometimes to be curious. Whilst you are being curious to click on links, be curious about your own protection. So what you can do too is that you can tell the person that, oh, I want, what do you call it? I want you to help me, but this time around, I want you to teach me how to go about it. And I think that that can also help you.
Okay, so this process that I has done, it has blocked access for anyone who wants to
I
have
am
access
telling
to
you,
my phone.
yes, I am telling you. So you have to go further and add your email. The email account, just in case that, you see, these bad guys, they are not relenting on their activities at all. That is why you hear each and every time you hear that people are frauding people are hacking people's phone. They are not. So they are buying more softwares that they can bypass even the two-factor authentication that I talked about. So sometimes after even setting up your two-factor authentication, you need to go further and add your email address so that the for instance,
adding my email address, I'll have to go back to the logging and security.
Yes.
And add my email
Yeah,
address.
add your email.
Okay.
So the email is for recovery purposes and also to identify you that, okay, you are the true owner of the account. Because if the hacker hacks and doesn't have your email address and pretend to WhatsApp that he is the owner or she is the owner of the account, they will ask for the email. WhatsApp is also
so when I went to
protecting
the
us.
email address part, I'm seeing verified.
Yes, verified. So it means that you are okay. You are good to go.
Okay. So now, so it means that I've sorted out that part as
You
well.
have sorted out that part already.
Okay.
So now you are secured. Nobody can ever hack you. Nobody. They can try, but they will not be able to have access
The
to your
pin I
account.
put in there.
You have to remember each
Of
and
course,
every
I
time.
remember.
Yes,
but
you have to.
Can that one be hacked?
Yes, it can. That's why I'm saying that with the password and the passkeys, we have what we call harvesting. These guys, what they do is to sit behind a computer. They have they do have what do you call it? Applications that they use to harvest people's password and pins. And also they use what we call guessing. They can guess passwords. That is why we always tell people that do not use your birth dates. Like somebody can use, in terms of PIN, somebody can use the year that the person was born. We tell them that do not use those things. Do not use passwords that people can easily guess and have access to your device.
Sometimes if you use a complicated one, you cry, you forget.
Yeah, no. You see, that is important. If you are using a complicated password, it is very secure to use a complicated password. Because it's hard for them to, even if they harvest, it will be hard. It's a hard work that they need to go through to get whatever password that you use. And we plead with listeners and the audience that do not use one password for all your accounts.
That's what a lot of people do.
Yes, just because they feel like they cannot remember all.
Yeah.
Yes, but do not use one password for all your accounts, because if the hacker guess or harvest and gets hold of your password,
You are finished.
you are finished. They can go through all your accounts and use the same password, trying to know whether that is the password you are using for all the accounts. And when you do that too, they can have access and they will destroy you.
Okay.
Just to say.
I'm told you want to help us with a demonstration as well. You shared some videos with us.
Yes. That is
okay.
we were
So
trying
let me
to look
draw
at
our the attention of our viewers on Facebook as well. Roland is going to run through a demonstration. So if you're listening to us, okay, you're following as well. But if you have access to your Facebook as well, Roland is running us through a demonstration. So you can also be watching the video to get that education. Please go ahead.
So we are looking at a situation where people leak videos or intimate images are leaked on the internet, which has become a recent what do you call it, problem in our society now. But I want to send this caution with all humility that I don't find the need for sharing someone's nude videos. And I don't know why a lot of people get excited when some of these leaked videos are out and they term it as Ziggy and they are happy that someone's intimate images and videos are out there. We must remember that there are laws that governs whatever we do on the internet. And if the law gets hold of you, you will be jailed. You will be punished. So listeners must be very cautious. And sometimes you see on Facebook, and sometimes I ask myself, is the cyber security unit of the police monitoring what is going on our Facebook? You see people asking for leaked videos, and other people will come in my inbox. Let me share it with you and all that. It is against the cyber security laws. So if you look at Section 67 of Cyber Security Act 2020, it says that sharing of leaked videos, sharing of intimate images without the person's consent is punishable, and you can face up to 3 years imprisonment, or if the person is a minor, you can face up to 15 years imprisonment. So people must be cautious of how they ask for people's leaks and also trying to spread it around. What do you gain from that? It's a very great concern that I have, and personally I adore it very well. I'm against it that people are asking for people's naked videos to watch when it comes out. So please, listeners or whoever is listening to me today, if your leak video is out, don't panic, don't be worried. It could be that out of curiosity you did it yourself, or maybe somebody did it, or somebody tried to extort money from you and they did it. So if you are listening to me, we have online applications, we have other applications that they can use to stop it, and but today we are looking at one of the familiar ones that is easy to use. So if you have your phones, you can go to your browser. If you have your computer too, you can go to your browser. I think, Kwame, we have to do it together.
Yes.
So you go to stopncii.org.
Okay, let me
so
open
stop
that.
NCC, so is stop non-consensual intimate images.org.
So stop
ncci.org.
ncci.org. Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. So when you open, it's an online application. So when you open, you realize that you see an image of a lady. Have you seen it's a silhouette of a lady there?
Just a moment.
Or a line drawing of a lady.
So
there.
Stop
NCCI.
Sorry,
stop ncii.org.
NCII.org.
Yeah. Stop NCC. Stop ncii.org. So that's it. Kwame, let me see if you are there.
Okay, so I'm opening it.
Oh, okay. I think you're. I hope
maybe
my guys.
Okay, so let's go through here. So stop
ncii.org.
ncii.org. Okay.
So listeners listening to me, if you have your nude images or videos out there, remember that these are some of the things you can do to stop it.
Okay, so there's a
and Kwame, let me say this
like
before.
A woman there.
Let me say this before I forget. Those people who do share their nude images because out of love on WhatsApp and make it view once, please, it's not safe.
Oh really?
Yes, it's not safe.
But please, after you view once, you can't see.
Yes,
again.
that I can. Yes, you can see. But if you send it to me, I can see it.
And I can only view once.
You can still see it. Maybe some other time we will come and we will have it. Yes, please. It's not safe. You see, the technology that we have in the system now is not 100% safe. That is why we have encryption. That is why there are mechanisms to stop some of these leaks and what have you. So please, if you have a lover, maybe you are doing a distance relationship and what have you, even video calls, and they ask you that, let's do a video call, show me some your private parts and all that, and what have you. It is not safe because there is always a third person monitoring what is going on.
From where?
I mean, from the developers. Do you know that when you make a call,
Yes.
it's being monitored by your network providers? Are you aware?
Like they're listening to me.
Yes, they are listening. It's recorded. So that is why when you make, like, let's say, if you are calling MTN to report a case or an issue, you realize that they will caution you that this call is being recorded for so and so purposes. Have you realized that?
Quality assurance or something like that.
Purposes.
So somebody is actually listening.
I'm telling you, everything that you do, if you have an internet provider, an ISP, whatever you do on the internet is stored somewhere. Yes, whatever you do on the internet is stored somewhere.
So if I pick up my phone like this,
yes,
and
do you know that even if you delete something on your phone, it's stored on your phone for 30 days.
Yes, after 30 days, then it would go.
It doesn't go anywhere. If I have a recovery tool, I can recover everything that you did on your phone. You know, if you lose data, you see, we can do recovery for you to recover the data that you have.
Yes.
Yes. They are servers. They are mighty computers that are storing some of these things. That is why sometimes somebody may feel like, oh, I can involve myself in any criminal activity online and nobody can trace me. It's a lie. When the police want to trace you, they can trace you because they are tools to trace. They can trail you and know
that
whatever
the ordinary person doesn't.
Yes,
have.
You understand me. So please, listeners, anything that you do online, be cautious about it. Be very cautious about it.
WhatsApp calls?
It's monitored. Everything we do online is monitored by a third person.
So somebody is actually listening.
Yes, it's not like
so. Let's say
they do
you're
have
having an intimate conversation with your girlfriend, your wife, whatever.
Yes,
and somebody is sitting somewhere.
Yes,
I don't know where.
Yes,
and the person is
let me share.
laughing.
I'm telling you. Let me share this joke with you. Let me share this joke with you. I don't know whether it is true, but let me share this joke. I heard of one of the network, what do you call it, network providers, where someone was having an intimate conversation with the lover. Then, looking at the kind of conversation, the personnel couldn't hold it. Then they started laughing. Then they realized that somebody is actually. I think the person said, "Hey, massa." So I said, "Then we're like, who is that? Is it coming from what do you call outside or where?" But they realized that no, this is not the kind of voice that is coming from outside. So everything, but they have policies that guide them. They have policies.
I see.
They have policies, so you cannot listen to someone's conversation and maybe put it out there. That is why even when there is a criminal activity, the police can trace to their network providers and with a court order.
What about WhatsApp messages?
Yes, everything. I'm telling you, everything is saved somewhere.
So somebody can go
save
and read my
somewhere.
messages.
Yes, everything is saved somewhere.
Even when I delete them.
I'm telling you, Kwame. I'm telling you, if you send a threat to somebody, or somebody sends you a threat, right, on your WhatsApp messages, and you report it to the police can, if there is within our jurisdiction, they can order WhatsApp to produce that kind of message, and they will produce it.
No wonder I'm seeing on the stopncci.org. You are not alone.
Exactly. Yes, you are not alone.
Please run
so
let's
run it,
and then we can end the conversation.
Yeah, we end the conversation. So when you have to create a case. So if your leak videos or your leak intimate images is out, you come to this website. Then you go to create a case. Have you seen
that?
it?
So I've clicked on it.
Yeah, click on it and
yes.
You create a case.
Okay. There are a lot of things you have to agree to.
Yes.
So should I click agree?
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
But so before then, check my internet is. I think my web.
Yeah, the internet is a challenge.
Yes.
So the next, it has taken me to a page where you say create your case.
Create your
what
case.
What is your age in the image or videos you want to submit?
Exactly.
Under 18 or over 18. I see that is a long process.
It's a long process.
Yes, because I see now we have only done 10% of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go there. Let me use this one. Here. I think the internet is not helping me. So when you create a case, it is going to give you a hash. The hash is like
please go ahead.
Okay, so the internet is not really helping. Yes. So what do you see there? What do you see there when after creating?
So maybe you can just run me through and then I follow here and then I tell my audience.
No,
okay.
The internet
so what is
your
age in the image or videos you want to submit? Under 18 or over 18?
Yeah. So if
So
the
let's say
person
over
is
18.
yes, go to
Okay,
over
so
18.
let me see 18
Yeah.
or over.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is in the image? Myself,
Yourself,
me, and someone I
someone
know,
else.
or someone else.
Okay.
So
So
let's say myself.
yeah, yourself, or maybe you and someone else in the video.
Okay, so I can click more than one.
No, you can click yourself
Okay,
because
so
the image
myself.
you have to prove.
Okay.
You have to give them evidence.
Okay, so I've clicked, and then this one says, "Help us understand what is in the image or video, so that we can be sure this is the correct service for you." I am in a public space. I am in a private space. Obviously, I'm in a private space.
a private.
Help us understand what is in the images, so that we can be sure this is the correct service for you. I am nude or semi-nude.
Yeah.
I am not fully clothed.
Okay.
So I am nude.
So nude,
or
yeah.
semi-nude.
Yeah.
Okay, I've
So
clicked
click
that
on
one.
nude.
Help us understand what is in the image or video, so that we can be sure this is the correct service for you. I am engaging in a sexual act. Yes.
Yes.
So I've clicked on yes. Have any of your intimate images or videos already been shared online? Yes.
Yes.
They have been shared.
Yeah.
If any of your images or videos have already been shared online, the fastest way to get help may be reporting directly on the platform. To learn how to report on different platforms, visit our reporting guide here. They're asking me to click here.
Yes.
So do I click here or next?
No, click here.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, because you are reporting to them.
Okay.
So they are giving you option. Either you report to Facebook, WhatsApp, or let's say TikTok.
Okay.
But you click on here, so that they are going to help you.
So I see so report NCCI to other platforms. Here is how you can contact social media platforms to get help in removing your intimate images online. And I see search.
Yes.
But I see under it Discord, Facebook, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, messaging.
So you look at
Pinterest,
the
so
popular platforms that the image is being distributed.
Okay, so TikTok.
Yeah.
So I should click on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. Report a problem. Safety center. Bullying prevention guide. Well-being guide. Okay, I'm reporting a problem.
Yeah.
I click on that. It is taking me to TikTok.
Yes. So it will take you to TikTok, and the image or the video will be reported to TikTok. So TikTok too have their own policies. Facebook have their own policies. So all these social media networks, they have their policies governing how images or how activities are run on their platform.
So essentially, when I follow this to the end, the organization can pull it out.
Yes. So they will give it's like they will give a trace. So when we follow, it's a long process. So maybe we have to continue.
Maybe someday, yeah.
Someday,
we'll continue
we have to continue someday. So when they do that, any time that image is being shared by me to any other platform, WhatsApp will look at it and block it.
Okay.
Facebook will look at it and block it. TikTok looks at it and block it.
It's only on your phone.
It's only on your phone.
You can't share it anywhere.
You can't share it anywhere.
I get it.
You understand me?
I get it.
You can unless maybe you Bluetooth it.
I get it. That's an interesting one.
Yes, that's an interesting. So please, those who are going through psychological trauma just because maybe, as other people may say, the internet doesn't forget. Now there are other tools that you can use to block the sharing of your nude pictures or intimate videos. This is not to say that because we have applications or tools that can help you block, you should keep on sharing your nude pictures and videos. And those I repeat that those people who have been asking for nude videos and pictures, and please, one day if the law gets hold of you by just sharing those videos, you'll be jailed for 3 years. And if the person is a minor, you will go into the cooler for 15 years.
Okay, Roland John has been helping us with a lot of IT education. I think we should get Roland here every now and then. I know he's a busy man.
I'll come.
Every now and then we'll get him.
I'll come.
Because these days, Charlie, these things are giving a lot of people wahala in this country. Charlie, Roland, we really appreciate the time and the education this morning.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, we'll get you in the studio again in the coming days so that you run us through some of these things. We appreciate your time.
Thank
you so much. And I'm sure anyone who is listening at this point has gotten some very, very good education, including myself. with respect to all that we've been doing this morning. Let me just quickly read them. Hi, bro. This is coming from Piper BCU in Spintex. And they're the same Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, who couldn't even manage the Saglemi housing project, is eyeing the presidency in the future. Hence, there's noise-making attitude with falsehood on the NDC government, especially His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. They, the MPP operatives, were in power for 8 years. Surprisingly, Atachia equally ran that works and housing ministry. He too couldn't see to the protection of the properties and the Saglemi housing project, but see them talking big as if they know better than everyone in the world. The security agencies must invite both Kojo Nkrumah and lawyer Atachia for an investigation on the Saglemi project. You go on to say, okay, Papa Bisu, I hear you. Thank you very much for that message that you sent to me. Eben Nkwaminya says Saglemi housing projects was abandoned for 8 years by an incompetent previous government. Thanks to Aban Papa for revisiting the project to be continued for Guineans. The nation builder is really back for the betterment of the country, and I can see that Ghana is working again. And as usual, you have greetings to the Honorable Dr. Julius Debra, the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Peter Kwesi Mensah of Tema Shipyard, the Honorable MC of Ghana East, the Honorable Agbo, and Nana Ampim. You say Eastern Regional Women's Organizer still maintain. Okay, if the delegates would maintain her, let's see how it goes. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next issue, and our next issue is a very interesting one. We're looking at how campus politics, for those of you who have been in any tertiary institution, anyone from Accra to Hamile, whether politics on campus has a way of shaping a student's political future. And I can cite a long list, even way before I entered the university, of people who my parents told me about, of their exploits in the university in those days, all of those years ago, and how those people at some point found themselves in the political space. My father always tells me the story of Kwame Dwomoh-Agyemang, because it was his mate in high school, in Opokuari School, and at the university in the 70s. And then a few others. Then over the years, he told me about the likes of Freddie Blair and all of that. They were his juniors. So he would tell me stories about them every now and then. In my 4 years at the university, I saw a few who today are fairly all over the place. Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa comes to mind, very much strongly at the time because he was Nuke's president. I remember... Chris, he ended up in the United States. I remember this guy from Woodtown, Igwe. He's disappeared from the scene. Lord Cransinghammer, I remember him. The one who appears to have really, gone and on from my time, Samia Uku probably as well. And a few others I cannot relatively recall. So this morning we're asking whether that's, on campus has a way of shaping a student's political life. It's a yes for me because I've seen some, but is it really the ish that really takes them to the ultimate? This morning I've been joined in the studio by Solomon Adongo. He's a corporate and commercial law expert. Solo, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
You visited us before?
Yes.
Okay.
Here,
Yeah. With I think that.
Aide.
Yes, the newly elected president or someone.
We were here on the subject of the rent issue.
That's right. And I also have Darlington and Chukransing, LSN presidential candidate 2025-2026 for the Ghana School of Law. Okay, Darlington, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see both of you. And hopefully we're also going to be joined on the phone line by a gentleman I know because I was at Sabah Hall with him. He's chopped our hot juice. Festus, forgive me. But I remember Festus was what? Was he welfare secretary or something like that? Where DC can. Festus is on his way to becoming a lawyer. He's the LGA leader, Legal Green Association of Ghana School of Law, and hopefully would also be speaking to A.K. Jesse. He is with LSN. He's the leader and convener of Law Students Network of the Ghana School of Law. Okay, gentlemen in the studio and hopefully the gentleman on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so let me start with you, Darlington. Have you always been interested in politics? Let me start from there.
before
or what got you there?
What got me there? Before I jump into this, I want to say a very good morning to my big brother and the future national youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Kwame Poku CID, Clement Opoku Jemfi.
Okay.
He's doing a tour at the Hafo region.
Okay.
And he's doing amazing.
Okay.
The campaign is picking up. The momentum is massive. The love shown by all is incredible. And I think he's doing very well in terms of the campaigning. He's definitely going to be the next national youth organizer for the New
My
Patriotic
mom, who is
Party.
doing the listening, will tell me I'm an MPP lawyer. Okay. Yeah, so you go ahead. Yeah.
So in regards to me, yes, I've always had an interest in politics, based on certain relationships growing up. My
Okay.
great grandfather and my grandfather, they've built me to have an interest in politics. Then my first year in KNUST 2011, I experienced student politics when Nana B and Philemon Lau were running for SRC president. I was at Conti, and you see,
My own Philemon La.
yes,
Oh, okay.
and you see Nana B coming to provide cocoa every morning at Conti.
Oh, I see.
Which was a very good experience. That's when I experienced student politics in Ghana. And then I traveled outside to go and continue my school at BMT University, where I was hall president for my hall. And then I was later...
Ghana boy.
Yes, Ghana boy. In a predominant white school, by the way. And my hall was predominantly white.
I see.
And I campaigned against the white students and
Hey.
won massively.
So they could mention your name.
Oh,
Vote
yes.
for Mr. Anchi Cranting.
Oh, they mentioned Darlington. It's easy to go with Darlington. It's easy to go with Darlington. So from there, and then I moved back to Ghana to study law at Gimpa, and now I'm at Makola, and I ran for SRC president. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but we gave them a tough match. So the interest is a build-up to where I am right now, and hoping that as time goes on, it's going to get into national politics where we are doing more engagement and addressing the needs of the people.
So you are someone, so you say 2011?
Yes.
So give or take 15 years,
Yes.
you've been associated in that space one way or the other. And clearly, you anyone listening to know that you are on the side of the elephants. Is it a case of, okay, when I'm done with law, at some point I'm going to be finding my way into the party mechanisms proper and continue from there as well?
If
Or
it be
maybe
God's
when
will.
you're done with school, you probably want to go and do something else.
If it be God's will. But yes, I am definitely getting involved and participating. So the point is that I'm building the path towards it. So as we are building the path, we are seeing how things are going to work out. So currently, I think me being part of Kwame Poku CID's campaign, I think it's shaping me towards national politics.
Okay, let me take the opening remarks of Solo as well. Solo is a corporate and commercial law expert. Are you done, or are you still in school?
I'm done.
You are done now. Okay, were you also aligned in any way or the other,
So-
or you were aligned quietly?
So
You were not a loud type.
So
Yeah.
I have always taken the view that there are some of us who always want to serve as the check between the legal greens and the LSN.
So legal green is NDC,
That's NDC.
and LSN is MPP. Okay.
In fact, I have throughout my academic journey, I have always been a political activist. But my type of political activism is centered on nationalism. That's always been the thing with which I've run. Of course, the first time, in fact, my philosophy ideally does not even align with election type of leadership. I've always believed in the Socrates type of leadership, the philosophical leadership. Socrates have always said that an ideal leader is one that is appointed and not one that is elected, right? The divine type of leadership. That's always been the view I've taken. But at some point, I had to give up that idea and put myself through an election. So when I was back at the faculty, I think in my level 100 going to 200, I was elected the Law Students Association president. That was a very big deal. Anybody who knows the legal fraternity, juniors cannot, wield authority over seniors, because in the legal fraternity, that is in the practice of law, seniors are always seniors, and there's a lot of respect when it comes to seniority at the bar.
Okay.
And so for a junior at level 100 going to 200 to have been elected Law Student Association president was a very big deal that involved a lot of fighting. But again, let's come back to the substantive matter of student politics in our various universities. Darlington has given us a pool of political expertise that he's wielded over the years through his his academic journey, and that's impressive.
Okay.
I am looking forward to seeing you actually in the mainstream politics. When you asked him the question of whether he intends to zoom into mainstream politics, he wasn't too sure. He said, if it be God's will.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure whether God would have initiated this whole process. In the first place, if he had no intention of putting you in the mainstream politics. So I'm so certain that you're a political animal, even though Georgina Wood at some point said that we are all political animals. So in fact, I always let me address it from a legal perspective and come to the social angle of it. Now, of course, Article 21 has always been the legal basis of political association. I mean, everybody is entitled to join an association.
If you want.
Yes, of your choice, right? And so, to establish the fact that political association is grounded by the Constitution 1992. Now, I have always said that the leadership we have at the tertiary level is more or less a caricature of what we have at the national level, in the sense that that's a reflection of what you are going to eventually get. So these leaders you have at the tertiary level, they are the ones who eventually graduate. And as you pointed out earlier on, there are plethora of these guys. In fact, there are only a few of them who are not student leaders. Currently, are leadership in this country, right from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana to, I mean, his ministers and CEOs. Many of them were student leaders. Dr. Manebo Amanuk's president at the point, the Honorable Foreign Affairs Minister, Okujuta Blago, as you mentioned. I mean, mention them. The SWAL administration.
It was like a starting point, pretty much.
Exactly. The Honorable Haruna Edrusu, also a NUC's president at some point. The Honorable Efri Ankra, also a NUC's president at some point. Even the current regional minister for the Ashanti region, at some point, NUC's president.
Dr. Frank Amakwini, yes.
And if you come to the MPP side, Samia Wuku, Nanabi, all of them.
Nanabi is my biggest surprise. Because I started primary school with him.
And he didn't.
And there was nothing, absolutely nothing, that could have told anyone
that he would be a politician.
But that's a conversation for another day. How he ended up there, I don't know how it happened, but it looks like he found his way, because he was in Ashimota with us, found his way to, I think, tech, and then I don't know, maybe something got him interested in there. But let me take the opening remarks of my brother Festus Mati, who is Festus is aligned to Legal Green, and let me take his initial remarks on how he's the leader of Legal Green, and how he got into all of this. At least Festus, I know, was one of my executives at Sabah Hall all of those years ago. Is that where it started, or the interest has always been there? Festus, good morning. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, we'll probably have to sort this out a bit. I can hear him, but it's so faint. It's so faint. So probably maybe we'll bring it here if it's possible. Can we try another connection to see if it works? Okay, all right. So we'll try another connection again to see if it works. At least Festus, I saw him at Legon. I think he was from Pujus, if I remember. Yes, I think he's an student of Pujus. I used to see him. The thing with uni is that if you have an interest, by plus or minus second semester or first year, if these people are your friends, you start seeing something. So I remember in the case of Festus, for example, I could see him with certain people in the leadership at the hall level, which was Sabah Hall. I remember he wasn't my friend, but I used to see him around. By second, third year, it looked very obvious to me that he was gunning for something. What exactly, I didn't know. Until later on, I think he wanted welfare. There were a number of positions at the hall. I think he wanted welfare. And he won, actually. He was a welfare secretary for my year group. And so I have seen it. But for some, it's more a case of, okay, I see it like as an understudy, if I can look at it that way. So at a tertiary level, you start in your own small way. Probably the funding at that level is not too much like at the national level. So you are learning the trade. If I can put it that way, you are learning, and then whatever experiences you get from there, you take it to the next level. Is that how you guys see it as well?
Yes, I see it that way, especially because, again, when we look at student leadership or politics and we narrow it to just legal green or NDC MPP, we may be missing out some point. Remember that pre-colonial, right from the colonial days, governments or even the fight for independence, particularly in Africa, student leadership was used as a vehicle to drive that.
That's right.
Remember, right, when Nkrumah was abroad schooling, one of the things he kept doing was to use student leadership as a network to drive a certain message back at home. Even before he came down to Africa to start his, Independence Now campaign, he had been driving that agenda through student leadership. So if you go through all the African countries that have, as it were, the processes or the fight leading to independence, they use student leadership as a vehicle to drive that cause. Because, in fact, remember that the likes of Haruna Edusu and co, those days, during President Rawlings' era, they gave him a very tough time. If you remember the leadership of Haruna Edusu in those days, they gave President Kufuor a very tough time. Their drive towards, democracy and leading up to the 1992 constitution, there was a lot of political activism that students were deeply involved in that fight. And so I always say that student leadership or student politics at the tertiary level is more or less an incubator that produces political leaders for us. In fact, more often than not, eventually the leaders we get are more or less products of these tertiary institutions. And so, personally, if you ask me, one of the reasons that I know that eventually politics is going to be the path that I am going to go is because of the angle that I have come from. That's why I indicated earlier that by now he should be setting in his head where God wants him to go. The direction.
At least he has identified the political party. The next step will be pretty much up to him on what exactly he wants.
The political language, they are not going to go with it. The gentleman has said a lot here. He's even got a political godfather already that he's campaigning and pushing.
So at this point, he himself is not gunning for something. Emphasis on that. Maybe at some point.
Currently, exactly.
At some point, he would then gun for something.
You didn't
at
ask
some
you
point.
whether he's going to gun for something.
We will get there. We have some time. We have some time. We'll get there and try to get the others on phone as well. Join us. Who do we have? Okay, so we have Festus now. Let's try again to see if we can reach him on the phone and for our listeners to also hear him as well. Festus, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? Okay, we in the studio can hear him, but it's our listeners outside that would also want to follow that discussion. Hello? You can hear him in our own small way here, but our technicians may have to do some magic for us to be able to hear him. Okay, so let's try a final time. Hello, Festus. Look for another means, and let's see whether that would work. Let me come back to Darlington with this conversation. You said grandfather, father, and then you at some point you've gone through the school stuff. I want to believe that even though you may have not decided on what exactly you would go for at some points, you have a fair idea of where to start from when you're out of school, because you're going to be out of school in what, less than a year?
Yeah, less than a year.
Yeah. So let's say now you are supporting
Kwame
Poku
yes.
to become the national youth organizer. You are not going to be a supporter forever.
Oh, no,
at some point, you go on your own.
Yes.
Yeah. At some points,
yes.
I want to believe so. Yeah.
So in regards to my earlier statements, yes, I do intend to enter politics. But I said if it be God's will, because we always have to.
That's a Christian in you.
Yes.
Okay, I get it.
I have to lean towards that direction that God is willing it to happen.
Yeah.
But do I have an interest in politics? Yes, I've always had an interest in politics, and I do intend to enter into national politics. And yeah, there's a lot that I have ahead of me. But again, I'm still learning, especially in Ghana politics. The the few years I've entered into Ghana politics.
What has been those experiences like? Because you have been in plus or minus 15 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most of my adult years was in the US.
Okay.
And I was fortunate I managed to work with one of the former mayor of New York City, Mayor de Blasio. I worked at
Bill de Blasio.
Bill de
Yes,
Blasio.
I
I
remember
worked
him.
at, I started as an intern at the HR office. Then I was part of the public engagement unit where I really built my skills in terms of public engagement and pushing the mayor's agenda. Then I moved into the office of appointments where we're in charge of like appointment of senior officers. They go through our process and everything before coming to Ghana. So I'm still learning the Ghanaian politics and understanding the dynamics involved in Ghana politics. And we were discussing earlier on in terms of the sample size of Ghanaians in terms of the law school. We were speaking about the law school being an elite environment.
It looks like.
Yet, what we would apply in terms of national politics or across the country is seen here in Ghana School of Law, where you have to apply the same things. People have needs and concerns. You would think people's focus will be primarily on policies, but no. There are certain things that you have to do that you would think, oh, maybe national politics is where you do those things. But it's the same in the Ghana School of Law. And it comes to how we are building leadership. The same practices that we are doing in the tertiary institutions and professional schools is the same thing that is going to be applied when we go to national politics. The question now is, do people really care much about the policies, or is it a matter of how you're providing their needs and concerns now, or a slogan? These are things that we were discussing earlier on.
Or your pockets.
Most importantly, your pocket. I'm not even going to deny that.
Or your pockets.
Money talks. Money really talks in terms of Ghanaian politics. I am still learning the dynamics of Ghana politics.
I'm glad you brought this up, and I hope I can get a thoughts of you, both of you, on this one. I don't need anyone. I'm not in. Beyond when I'm done here, I'm done. I tell people the moment it's 10 and I check out, I've checked out. I don't try to worry my head too much about the politics of this country, but it's very obvious to people I engage every now and then, both here and off here. And this is the general conclusion: the politics have become some way. So I ask them why, and they tell me, in as much as the policies hold sway when we are campaigning, unfortunately, it's becoming a case of money, and money in two ways: how much you're putting into it to get yourself elected, and what you stand to benefit from at the end of the day. And that you guys who are in the game, respectfully, the focus on policy after you are elected is very little, because you are putting so much to be elected. So you need to give or take, recoup. So the politician is not seeing, the ordinary Ghanaian, sadly, is not seeing you guys in the space as policy differentiators, people who come in and make a difference, or who come in to serve. It's pretty much about when you have made how much you can make, then the coins you build a KVIP in the village there for us, or you do some 2x4 road in the constituency for us, or you support people to do school fees and naming ceremony and wedding. That's what you guys do these days. I don't know if Bill de Blasio was paying for somebody's naming ceremony, but I'm sure you know that we do that here. Or paying for somebody's school fees. I'm sure you know we do that here. Is that the case? Now, let me start with Lawyer Adongo.
So, we need to, from what I understand from what you have said, it comes back to the issue of monetization of our politics. Okay. I wrote an article some time back when I said that politics has become more of a commercial enterprise now, where the electorate or the people that we expect to vote leaders into office are beginning to now trade their votes, right? Now, it is the bedrock of corruption, okay? You are asking the question whether when politicians get into office, they are driven by policy or they are driven by campaign or the politics of it. Now, I've always accepted the idea that politics for campaign. After campaign, it is policies. Look, you don't use policies to win an election. If you study the demographics of our country, you will realize that there's very little of people's interest. Of course, the intelligentsia is there. Civil society organizations will do all the interrogations and do all the gymnastics of the intellectual aspect of it. We'll deal with that. But it comes down to the very little thing. For example, it is not possible for a politician to go and meet a group of people, just talk policy. I was told in recent times that there was this politician in one of the African countries, I cannot recall immediately, that this candidate was outside the country. There's a particular candidate who was based in that country, campaigning throughout, saying all the wonderful things. The other guy came more or less a day to the election and across the country shared money. The next day, the guy won the election. So
that must be Cameroon, I guess. Paul Biya.
Yes, I think it's one of them, which I can immediately verify. But that should give you a reflection of what it looks like out there. And he mentioned the fact that when you go into institutions like the Ghana School of Law or law faculties across the country, of course, for lawyers, normally they are seen as people whose level of reasoning or thinking should be fine to some extent, right? And they are classified as the elite class or the intelligentsia group. And so the understanding is that these people will distinguish themselves somehow, because you see, the point has always been that when society is in confusion, okay, and when there's a lot that is going wrong, people expect lawyers to rise up to the occasion. But my study of politics at the Ghana School of Law have disappointed me widely.
Disappointed you?
Yes. My study of politics, student leadership, in fact, I need to actually maybe distinguish certain individuals, like Sami Jemfi. At his time, I saw true leadership. When it comes to the Ghana School of Law, as Philemon La, I was also a bit close to him in terms of the leadership at that time. So I've seen a bit more of that. But apart from that, what I saw at that time in terms of the SRC election, it's terrible. You engage a law student as to the reason he's voting a particular person, and he tells you that Jack got the yogurt abremi. Yes. Oh, what yogurt abremi? Or the pizza BC, yeah. Do you understand? And in fact, there's a particular candidate.
Maybe for your year.
No. It's something that has built up.
Because I thought you guys were, we can't buy you with yogurt.
That's why I'm disappointed.
Literally, we come into backing what you're saying, that during my year, the election, the comments that some seniors were making was that this election, boring. Yeah, that was the conversation that was literally happening.
And it's so unfortunate that you would have people of that class, people who have traveled that
yogurt.
Length. Yes. But
pizza.
There was a candidate that was pushing.
That's something I share yogurt maybe. Me share yogurt sakwe here.
But you guys are big boys. You guys are big boys, like.
So you expect.
Because some of you are already out there working and you're back to school.
Exactly.
So you are earning
something.
Respectfully some good yogurt 5 Ghana.
See, now, I was pushing a certain candidate, my candidate lost. But look at what they told me. They told me that your candidate will come here and be talking book long.
Book
long will chop.
Exactly. Someone literally said the crack. When I got to realize that campaign over here, here policies and now elite.
You diverted.
I have to divert.
You
have to come to the understanding that they want this. People want things.
Really?
I remember
at that level.
Yes, at Valentine's Day, people said that Mambeche chocolate.
And so that's a trouble.
Mambeche chocolate, mancheshi. You see, to them they feel like you going there and it's for your own benefit. You are not really going to make any impact, because the question is always like, what impact are you going to make?
Exactly.
Really?
What major impact are you going to make? So they must milk you. They must milk you before.
What do you have that they would milk?
So they are forgetting that eventually, when you elect the person into office,
I'll chop the
it
news,
is your
period.
dues that will be used to pay for those loans the guy had to procure in order to satisfy your licential demands. Because, and it comes back, that's how it reflects at the national level. Look, we have election-related laws in this country, how political parties are funded, they are supposed to do certain disclosures and all of that. Jack, those are gymnastics. The reality, and you see, we keep beating around the bush. The reality is that it costs so much. Look, there was a research that came out recently that for you to run as a parliamentary candidate,
10 million or something like that.
Do you understand? Even that is even for the internal election, no. And so if we really want to sanitize,
that's like $1 million.
Yes. Where do you expect that guy to get that? And we have election related, as the PNDC law, we have the people's election, there's an LI like that. That is supposed to be dealing with election related offenses that can even lead to annulling the results. But you see, we all keep kind of tickling ourselves and laughing. The reality of the matter is that people don't really care about what you have to offer. Look, and it's very dangerous because when you get out there, the young people will tell you that, look, in recent times I've been engaging, because of course I was politically neutral, but now I'm aligned. The point is that they will tell you that if you want me to vote for your candidate, Jack, start putting that money when the time is up. Just give me, I'll go and vote. Because now we've tried this.
You have to give them money to vote for
you.
Yes.
They will tell you. Now they are.
I know that happens on the national level, but at your level too.
Oh, I said on the election day, my candidate. There were colleagues who told me that I need to hold them to a lunch. If I want them, because they hadn't voted, they were still holding on to their vote and said that if I hold them to a lunch, then they will go and vote.
If the numbers are, let's say, give or take 1,000 students, how can you possibly host every one of them to a lunch?
That's the point. So you go to the University of Ghana, it is there. If you come to and I said, I'm more disappointed in the SRC kind of election, student leadership when it comes to the Ghana School of Law, because I expect a certain level.
At least elevate the conversations more.
Understand? Let's have some intellectual.
Like, for example, so if I can use Festus, he's not here, but he unfortunately we couldn't raise him on the phone. Festus is at Republic Bank. I think he's the head of corporate communications or something. Okay. He doesn't need,
for someone like that,
he doesn't need, respectfully, you to take him to lunch before he votes for you. And I know there are quite a number of people like that there.
Which we agree. But then you also have to understand that there are a large number of the student body that are coming from LLB direct, high school, LLB, into the Ghana School of Law.
If you can pay school fees of what, 14,000, 15,000.
But the 14,000, 15,000,
that you got 5 CDs, what would
those
they do
students
for you?
are not being paid by them. Either they have scholarship or their parents are paying. To them, it's just vibes and inshallah.
And thanks to the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. For this time around, I'm told, almost every law student
the school fees or something,
yes, the student loan, he got it without struggle, with just a presentation of the Ghana card. The school fees was paid.
So now they want you got 5 CDs from you.
I don't think it's a matter of the you got 5 CDs. It's just
being petty.
Yes, you have come to give something, that kind of thing, and that is the only means to even get the attention for them to listen to what you have to say.
Is that not why we see a microcosm of that at the national level?
Exactly.
Literally what you're saying.
Here. It's just a caricature of what you
The other day someone was passing a joke that if you don't take a even class prefect, elections will start paying.
See, at the Ghana School of Law, I shared this joke, like, I hope that my mates are not listening. But, we went into the class. The first time, I was one of the at least 10 people who attended class first at the law school. We entered. We were all sitting there. I was one of the first people in the class, the first class of the admission. And they said, oh, a class rep, course rep is coming. I'm like, who?
How's the course rep coming where they have not entered the
classroom? For goodness sake, where is he coming from? So I said, an election has been taking place. It's taking place already. He said she's as shocked as me because she doesn't know why the course rep is coming. So let me narrow the conversation down. It is a more reason. In fact, let me use this opportunity to say this. Dr. Desmond.
Annan.
I need to say this. We are complaining about the fineness of leadership when it comes to the student level and all of that. He is running for the Legal Green Association president. And I need to say that he is one of the persons that you can trust when it comes to engaging in intellectual conversation or leadership. You need leaders. Personally, I don't need anything for my leaders. I want someone who represents me and I'm proud. Me too, that is my own.
Because you are okay.
And me, I'm fine. That's me, my own. I don't want you got. Me, I want somebody I can point to and say that, Charlie, this is my president. You. Then me too, I can pride with it.
Yeah.
I want somebody who talks and, when you listen, like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, when he speaks and you listen, I was about to use a certain word, some political orgasm you can get. I'm sure you understand political orgasm. So, I am saying to the Legal Green Association that if you want a leader who will serve you And again, not just that, he is an advocacy inclined type of a leader who knows where to go at one point. I mean, at what point to be able to get you connected to the right source.
But all of these things can't get you elected, though.
I want to believe that the Legal Green Association membership, even if they were not, after listening to us, and I believe they are listening to us, they will have a rethink about what they look at before they vote. I have no doubt. In fact, if it is even the yogurt they want, Dr. Annan will give them. Don't worry. But beyond that, Dr. Desmond Annan would be able to connect you to the right source. In fact, I was having a conversation with him about how we should train even political communicators and all. If you look at the policies that he's designed, for the association, you look at it. I've looked at all the other contestants, and what I see is that he stands out in terms of the policies that he's looking to offer the Legal Green Association. So I am saying this morning that I have appointed myself, I have superimposed myself as his campaign manager.
He's here.
I am okay. Yes, I'm doing that, and I am actually going to lead that campaign because I am going to ensure that when he becomes the Legal Green Association president, I will constantly remind him not to be petty and to hold in high esteem the association.
But is it that on the back of what both of you have told me, is that going to be easy?
As I said, even if it wasn't going to be, I'm not too sure about the LSN aspect of it. But as I said, there are a few people that I know that are in the Legal Green Association, and all of them are level-headed. Ephraim and Co are all part of that. They are all level-headed. In fact, Mr. Bandi, the Deputy Operations Director at the Presidency, they are all part of the Legal Green Association.
They're all in your school?
Oh, they are all part of the Legal Green Association. Right?
Okay.
Mr. Bandi is part of the Legal Green. He's the Deputy Operations Director at the Presidency, the Jubilee House. These are people you don't expect that would lower the bar, and I know them, they won't do that. I am saying that Legal Green Association, if you want a true president who will represent you and who knows where to call on at the right time for all the political connections that you need, it is Dr. Kofi.
Okay.
You heard it.
This one is full campaign.
This one is full campaign. So let me get Darlington into this again. If what I'm hearing is anything to go by, now it's the same question line. If what I'm hearing is anything to go by, if at this level, and for me who has a lot of reverence for people in the law fraternity, if I sit here and I'm listening to both of you say this, I don't know what to say. If it was, and this one respectfully, nobody should come at me. If it was, one level downwards, like, at the normal undergrad level, because you guys would have done the 4 years LLB and then finally law school. So let's see, Sociology Students Association, political science, and they were doing all of these affairs. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. If they were doing all of these things, I get it. But you guys, 4 years there, and probably another 2 or 3 years at LLB. So the conversation is getting. That's what I'm thinking. That at every point the conversation is getting elevated. And now you are at the Makola proper. You are going to come out of law school. You come to face the world. And I'm hearing you guys say this. I don't know what to say. I'm thinking, again, is that not a microcosm of what we are seeing today, where people who have even come from that level have found themselves into the political space? And so yesterday, for example, and it's not like I'm going at Sami Jevi, I'm not interested in the back and forth with the MPP and NDC, but since yesterday I see that some of us, and some even say that they completed the same year with him, I don't know when he completed, who have now become for and against. And I'm like, what about the substance of the issue? Can you address the substance? I'm not interested in whether you are for or against. Can you address? And that's what I've been witnessing on radio and television since Wednesday. It's pretty much becoming an interest-based thing. I give. When I get there, I take. I mean, this is really a concern for me, Darlington.
First things first. Even though we are in this predicament, I don't think it takes away the quality of people produced in the Ghana School of Law.
Okay.
That we should know. Because based on engagement with people, I know that a lot of people are very level-headed. It is more so that the environment created is that you coming for the position, the likelihood of you making a major impact is not seen. And when people do not have hope, that's what happens. Hope is being lost. And it's the same in national politics. People want now. Someone wants rice, wants Gary, because a comedy. No.
Yeah.
There are people that don't even have, they can't even afford one course meal. So now, how they can feed themselves is what they are looking out for. So it's a matter of hope being lost. Hope being lost. And based on that, their actions or reactions is based on the hope being lost that, okay, you need my vote. I know you will not do any major thing for me. So let me just get something out of it. Now, in regards to Sami Gyamfi, I think his communication was very terrible. How he communicated in regards to responding to leader Afenyo-Markin, Honorable Afenyo-Markin. But we'll put that aside. I don't want to
We are not here to discuss that.
Yes, I don't want to discuss that. But at the Ghana School of Law, my take again, hope being lost. That SRC is going to make a major impact for the people to feel that, okay, this is our SRC. Most of the things that the leadership of the school can do is more so advocate that these are the things that you can do, this. But in terms of getting results that people are hoping that you get, they don't think it's possible.
Because if I'm electing you as a SRC president of which of the institution are you, please? GIMPA?
No, I'm at the Ghana School of Law.
Okay, you're the Ghana School of Law. That whatever decisions you're taking would inure to the interest of the student body in that school. That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
But what I have seen, even from my time in school before I exited, was that when, let's say, depending on who is elected, the person is already looking at the bigger picture. The next minute, you don't even see him on campus. Today he's going to see this minister. Tomorrow he's going to see this minister. The next moment you hear, oh, he's aligned with this political party. And the next moment he's not even interested in why we even voted for him as SRC president.
Exactly. We're seeing that in the current elected official, where we're seeing the elected SRC president about to have what they call swearing in, where most of the people that they're inviting are focused on one political party.
He's not inviting those on the other side.
You're not inviting those on the other side, but you have to understand that it is a student thing where you have to make sure you're
because he himself is
everyone.
aligned.
He's aligned. Oh,
okay.
he's aligned.
SRC level
Is that alignment?
Yeah.
It's purely alignment.
If you
purely
don't align,
alignment.
you can't win.
No, forget
Have you
it.
ever seen an opposition win Nuke's president in this country?
Okay, I would have to go
about
through
it.
the list.
Think about it.
yeah. I'd have to go
So
through-
I think these are some of the conversations where, as a leader, you have to understand that you're addressing the concerns and needs of the student body, and that when you, even though you are aligned, you have to project yourself or make it seem that you are bringing everyone together, a united front. So if you are going to have your swearing in, you just don't list NDC people alone.
Well, he's got connections there.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you also might need connections from the other side as well, or bring them involved, because there are also LSN executives in the SRC. Actually, majority of the SRC executives are LSN people
For this year.
for this year.
How many are they? Total number of executives?
We have the president,
The
vice,
from the various campuses.
vice. All the vice presidents are from LSN. The general secretary is LSN. It's only 3 people in the executive that are legal green.
And so you find a way to work together, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't list just NDC leadership to come to your swearing in. Whereas you can talk to the
Those are the
LSN
ones who
people.
are available on that day.
Those are the devil's advocates. But
I was even asking the question. We are unable to establish whether an invitation has been extended.
it has not been extended.
Are you able to establish that fact?
Because I am one of the people that is pushing the agenda that you should extend the invitation.
so the
They release the
question-
list.
No, but the question is, you are making a definitive statement that only a certain section has been invited.
Exactly.
Which is the NDC. I mean,
Fraternity,
inclined,
yes.
Leaders or personalities. The question I'm asking is: are you able to establish for a fact
That invitations were not
invitations
sent,
were not sent to
and
the
they
others?
agreed to show up.
And because remember, one thing we know for a fact is that usually these, candidates,
Senior.
you yourself, you
Senior.
were backed.
Senior.
These candidates
They are backed by people.
They are backed by people, and most times when they when their candidates will not win, sometimes they don't want to attend the program because then again they don't even want to popularize.
No. Senior,
That
I'm not
regime. Do you
speaking.
understand?
Okay.
I'm not speaking from the air. I'm speaking to facts.
Okay.
There are confirmed people coming to the event, those that are unconfirmed, and neither of the list has any person from the other side coming. It is now that we have protested, for which they're like, okay, let's bring.
Oh, but you said that as many of the executives are on the other side.
Exactly.
Why they didn't agree together that we invite Kofi Amayao?
The president said it's his prerogative right.
Oh,
That's difficult for me to buy in.
Okay, I am not there, so I can't.
But yes, exactly. That's it. The point is that we had to protest for that to happen.
Because he's supposed to work as a team.
Exactly. And the idea
because I want to believe that even at this level, that's what you are learning. At some point, when you guys leave school and you start working, there'll be majority, minority if you end up in governments. Exactly. And from what we know, some of you are very close friends, although you are on either side. I always use one example that I have. My mate from class 1 is the Minister of Youth. Not JSS, no, as class 1.
What's the name?
Pablo.
Okay. Pablo.
I have people on the left and I have people on the right. I am not into it. Nana B was our mate as well. When we meet, they don't argue like they will do on radio. They'll talk, they'll laugh, they do things together. It's only when they get into the space then they act like Charlie, we are on each other's truth and all that. But they are cool like that though. Don't deceive yourself. They are very cool like that. So I'm just thinking that at this level, maybe you should start learning, working in a team so that someday when you step out there, you can manage yourselves. Or
obviously, I agree with that. Me personally, that has been my take on it. And I can use a typical example where at Gimpa, I went for SRC president. I didn't win that as well. But the person that won appointed me
keep trying.
Oh, I believe in keep trying.
trying.
The person that won appointed me as the Speaker of the General Assembly, Kofi Abochi. He works at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Now?
Yes, and he's a very good friend of mine. Appointed me as the Speaker of the General Assembly. People were shocked because I gave him a tough time. I came into the race last minute. I gave him a tough time, took it to a second round and everything. I'm like, but why has he appointed you? And I was like, even when I decided to run for the elections, I was eating fufu with him. And I told him. So you see, the friendship is there, and the idea of working together is very much important. So when people or leadership start to think otherwise, not working with others, it becomes problematic. And I think having a large number of LSN executives as part of your SLC, that conversation should have happened. It shouldn't be that a decision has been made and a protest must come. That is my take on it. So it's more so being considerate on the fact that you have a team and the team are also from a certain fraternity. Make them feel that, okay, we are united, we are doing it together. Because when you are united as an SRC executive and you are doing things together, it makes it difficult for outsiders to penetrate into your system. And we've seen that in previous SRC executives where their dirty laundry was out there. It would not be nice that this SRC executive's dirty laundry will be out there. I personally want them to succeed, and I will use this platform to actually congratulate the SRC president-elect, Isaac Nelson, and congratulate the other executives. Because we all went all out, and you guys made it there. Now the mandate is for you to ensure that the student body's concerns are addressed. That is what matters the most. It is not a matter of trying to push certain agenda. It's a matter of pushing the agenda of the student body.
But just like lawyer Solomon said, he asked me, I'm sure it was a rhetorical question, the bit to do with, have you ever seen an opposition member campaign with government, pretty much something along those lines. Now that it's very obvious that that is the case, that if you don't align, the possibility of you winning is almost impossible. I'm choosing my words carefully. Once you are aligning, then the interest of the one you are aligning with is probably even going to be holding sway more than your love for the students who even elected you. Am I wrong?
Exactly. So the the challenge is that, see, these student leaders are normally micromanaged. How do I put that? So even though they are in office, there's a certain political agenda that is being driven, and usually these days, what happens is that you have, as he said, Isaac is there, but we all know that he's right from day one. In fact, I don't even know why we are even beating around the bush. The fact is that when the nominations are open, Legal Green Association being NDC presents their candidate, the LSM being the MPP presents their candidate, and everybody knows that.
So if you don't belong
first
to
is
any of
first,
the two,
Legal Green is not NDC. Let's say they are more inclined to NDC.
Okay.
Because at the Ghana School of Law, you can't be doing partisan. And
The
the
LSM
reality
is
is that that is the case.
No, it's not,
That's the
even, it's not
reality.
even something that is an issue, because even the Ghana School of Law appreciates the fact that people have
Yeah.
the right to political choices and where they want.
So is it to suggest that if I am from
Afrafranto.
Yamenu group, I mean, I've lost the contest even before it started?
So I've always, yeah, not necessarily, but you see, it makes it easier because resource-wise, the political party that is presenting the candidate would resource the person in terms of
They go to collect money.
in terms of
You
resourcing
need
the
money.
person. You
So be bold
eventually-
about it. Is
No,
that what
I'm-
happens?
No, the fact is that if I am unable to establish that they've given money,
Okay.
but what I can say
They
is
get
that
support.
They get support.
Okay.
In terms of they are able to shape their membership. Do you understand?
Exactly.
To vote for you.
To support that person. In terms of maybe providing buses and those things to transport the students and all of that, logistics wise, they are able to do those little things to push the person. Remember that you would be lucky if maybe within that year of election, the membership of, let's say, the MPP is more. Do you understand? That itself is an advantage.
Okay.
So if you're a good student leader, hopefully, one thing you would do first is to do your research to even find out politically inclined in terms of that year group. Where are they politically inclined in terms of mentally and philosophically? Then you decide whether or not I should stay in the middle or I should openly declare. Do you get it? I'm aware that in past election there are good reasons why others didn't declare where they stand politically. Philemon La did not openly declare where he stands, but he won the election.
He was president at the School of Law?
Yes, at some point, yes.
Okay.
he was.
Oh, I see.
And then, as Wanda Kuto too didn't necessarily openly declare where he stands, but he won. He's now a member of the VRA board.
Yeah.
And the current president, Opoku-Ware, for instance,
I mean,
Opoku-Ware also
the
was
outgoing.
the outgoing.
Also
Was
looking as neutral.
neutral.
Right.
That's
So-
the tune for son.
Yes.
So
How would he declare?
well,
It would have been tough for him, even if he was privately or quietly
difficult.
aligned. It would have been
Yes,
tough for him
I-
to stick his
I
neck out
think
because
that-
of who his father is.
I mean, he declared he's from Asia.
I mean, that alone is enough. But to have declared, along the lines of a political party, it would have been.
it would have
it's
It would have
very
been had a way of
beyond
going
the
all the way.
student politics,
Yeah.
it would have effect in
That's
that
right.
Yes,
at
yes.
that
So-
area. So I'm sure that whoever his advisors were did a good job
Yeah.
in letting him maintain that position. But I'm saying that student leadership has become a political tool that mainstream politics controls many of the time the events that happen.
How about it this way? I remember in 2006. 2006, yes. So that must be about, give or take. This is undergrad level, not law school level. I am of the opinion the elections never concluded. Samia Oku and Lord Cranston-Hammer were competing for the SRC president that was my final year in school at Legon at the time. It was all over the place that Sami was being supported by the administration then, so President Kufuor's administration. Hammer was seen more of socialist, communist, whatever you want to call it. It looked to me that people were not too happy about the fact that Sami was getting so much support from the certain governments, and that this election was just a school thing. Let's keep it there, pretty much. I think I can confidently say, and if so many people who were in Legon at the time would agree with me, that if that election had gone through the full hog, it didn't, because there were so many issues. So that year there wasn't even an SRC president. Yeah. I think Hammer would have won. Because when he showed up anywhere,
Endorsement.
the numbers were ridiculous for a school campaign. Because he wasn't aligned. And it was everywhere that Mr. Oku was aligned. Some way, somehow, his political career never took off, and I don't even know where he is now. Can't we have that at your level where you compete on your own merit and not because you are aligned?
There were people that had that same sentiment, but there weren't a large number of them. A lot of people, when they hear, why is this like this? Why are you aligned to national politics and all of that? But you see, the truth of the matter is that's what it is. That's where leadership
can
is
be
being
changed.
built. How do you change something where it is an environment for which we are growing leaders for the future? And they have to influence it. I personally believe in it.
When you're working for Mayor de Blasio, were you aligned towards the Democrats?
Was I aligned towards the Democrats?
Not really,
I
I
was.
guess.
I was.
Okay.
I was. When I first even moved to the US based on...
He was a Democrat or a Republican?
No, Democrat.
Okay.
Based on certain people I looked up to in terms of politics in the US, I eventually aligned to the Democrats. But that was even the case. Let's put that aside. In Ghana's space, we have seen, as we mentioned, even in our history, we've seen that student politics have played a huge role leading to lead.
That is not in doubt. But they were not aligned all of those years ago.
I think they were.
They were.
I think
Really?
they were. Yes.
They've always been aligned.
They've always been
70s,
aligned.
80s.
Yes, they've always
Who's
been
been aligned? Kufuor being an MP at the Second Republic, you would notice that even in
That's why
before
he-
the Second
he schooled
Republic,
in that brochure, so.
oh, but still you can see that he was aligned through.
I'm talking of those who have come through our school system here.
in Ghana.
I don't know if at every single point in time everybody was aligned.
Oh, they've
That I
always been
cannot
aligned.
say.
But
They've
you
always been
know,
aligned.
the Honorable Haruna Edusu, his political journey is an interesting one. For example, I'm told at the time he was NUC's president, he wasn't NDC.
He was MPP.
That's when he gave Rawlings a lot of trouble. Do you get it? So you see the dynamics how is played that he was MPP inclined.
I'm
at
told
the
same
time.
for Kujeto as well.
A black one.
Exactly. So you see how and that was the pure and Rawlings didn't have it easy with them, right? The you know, my fear and my worry in all of this is that usually, as we said, historically, student leadership is not always about the leaders eventually becoming politicians, but sometimes it is about they being influencers and being people who sometimes determine the direction of government.
That's right.
Okay, and even influence who becomes the leader at the national level.
That's right.
My issue now is that because of the angle and the paradigm shift in terms of the focus of student leadership now, which of course I think Okujota Black or somebody had cause to complain about or having to do so recent times.
Actually, it's true. Very recently, someone did complain
It's
about
one of
it.
the leaders. I think it should be either
I think-
Okujota Black or
It was Sami Jenfi himself. Sami Jenfi. That made
yes.
this
Okay.
thing.
You see, those days, even though they were inclined, but their drive, of course, which I'm seeing that with the current NUC's president, I think on certain national issues, even though we all know where he's aligned, but he stood firm in making certain demands to the government. And that is what leadership should be about. Again, my worry is that because of what ideal student leadership should be about driving change. Now, if you have these guys always aligned in the way that they are aligned unconditionally and giving their unbridled support or allegiance or loyalty to a political party, it becomes difficult for them to really be the voice
Of the student body.
Because they see no wrong.
So you see, in recent times, yes, they see no wrong in anything that the government is doing because at the end of the day, they are aligned and they are more political than even the politicians themselves now. Recently, you know, there were some issues at the University of Ghana in terms of student school fees and hostel and other things, and I'm asking myself, SRC leaderships are always part of the board okay, at the academic level when certain decisions that are to be taken, they are always involved. And these days, you know, the interesting things that they do. What happens is that they make it's like a quid pro in law. We call something quid pro quo, hand go hand come. It's like, okay, we are offering to increase your dues from this amount. We are offering to increase our side to this amount. And suddenly, the interest of the students is lost at that negotiation table. It's all about what they can get. I remember when I was Law Students Association president, our dues at the time was 50 cedis. Some other person comes into the picture, and even before I would have left, the thing moved to 70 or 80 Ghana cedis. And I'm asking myself, who had that conversation? And it will interest you to know that even at our level, persons were going and meeting a certain vice presidential candidate, Law Students Association president, a vice presidential candidate. They were meeting. That's connection. And they were fronting that before the student body and say that we have the connection and that a decision has been made here. Some of us stood firm, even though we suffered the consequences of it, which Dr. Annan knows what I'm talking about. But we stood firm and decided that, listen, student leadership is not about how much I can get. I had a challenge where I stood up one day and I fired almost half of my executives as Law Student Association president.
You had that power?
Yes. Well, I had that authority because those have been appointed by me.
Okay.
I suspended them. And we had a little bit of a challenge. But the point I am making is that, look, as it is now, students do not appreciate student leadership as a platform to make a positive change. These days, it is about building their own political careers, number one, and about how much they can amass. Many of these student leaders, by the time they are done and they are leaving office, they bought cars and build houses, build certain connections and scholarships, and you check the record.
My time is almost up, so I'll give Danny Darlington the last word and then we wrap up. Danny, wrap up for me.
So, in short, what we've all discussed here is that student politics or campus politics eventually leads to national politics. But the concern here is that those in student leadership, are they addressing the needs of the student body? Are they being the voice of the student body? That's the concern. Because it is so obvious that national politics is playing a role in student politics now. And it is going to be difficult to change it now, per my view. But the matter here is that they must still represent the student body. They must be the voice of the student body. And with that said, I know a young lady that's running for SRC General Secretary at the University of Ghana, Lodi Efia. I wish her all the best. I think she's doing marvelously. She's been the voice of the students. She's gotten a lot of endorsement from churches and everyone on campus, and I think she's going to win that election. All the best, Lodi Efia. And then I also want to thank a large number of people that supported my campaign during the elections. I want to thank Honorable Sami Oku, my MP at Ekuapem North. He was very supportive through my elections, and even when we lost, he was still there to encourage me and all that. I want to wish my good friend, who was also my campaign manager, Kwame Dwomoh-Agyemang, all the best in his journey to run for LSN convener. All the best with that. I'm wishing everyone that was behind me through it all, and God bless them all. And I think this conversation was a good conversation. I'm hoping that people will hear it and will make an impact in the lives of student leaders as we move on.
Okay.
Let me
Solo?
quickly seize this opportunity.
A minute,
to say something. I need to say that we've had a lot of discussions about how student leadership and associations, the effect that they play. I'm admonishing that students of the Ghana School of Law, your best association to join at this point is the Legal Green Association. Of course, which eventually Dr. Desmond Annan will be the president. And I said that I was neutral, but with the likes of Dr. Kofi Annan aligning and seeking to be president, I have reasons, as it were, to have a rethink.
We are doing susu for his campaign.
Okay, this is who come.
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm saying that, students of the Ghana School of Law, please, your best association to join is the Legal Green Association. And of course, your best leader and someone you should be looking at the members is Dr. Kofi.
Okay.
Desmond Annan.
Okay, thank you very much, my friends who joined us in the studio. Darlington Entry Cranting joined us in the studio, LSN presidential candidate for 2025-2026 for Ghana School of Law. And then he is done with school now. Solomon Adongo, he is now a corporate and commercial lawyer, joining us in the studios. Fortunately, because of technicalities, we couldn't get my brothers Iki, Jesse, and Festus joining us. I haven't seen Jesse in a very, very long time. I was with him at Legon all of those years ago. He was very loud. I haven't seen him in years, but I hope he's doing well wherever he is. So shout out to my brother AK Jesse. Hopefully we'll get you in the studio one day. But thank you guys in the studio. Let's just hear come through with the news at 10. It's been a long week. Thank you for doing the listening. Good morning and have a great weekend.
Open the door. Come in. Go pe Acapulco Bay and I'm in Ba Ocean. Subhana, crap on 10 a bit more time.